Hello everyone, this is a Localizer Demo video. This video I will divide on two parts. On the first part I will show you a workflow with Localizer asset to show you how to localize your scenes with Localizer. And the second part of the video, it will be um, some overview for asset itself and some hint for scripting. Okay, let's start for let's start. So localization comes normally suddenly as usual. So you already have some scenes, some UI, and you want to localize them. Okay, and I prepare for you two demo scenes. One is already localized, just for reference for you, and the second one it's empty one. So you will find something like this in your UI. So I try to simulate message box here, which we want to localize. Okay, so let me show you really quick what is inside. So we have a lot of panels. We have some icon. We have OK button, message, and cancel button. So this is uh, normally what you will find in your UI, and we need to localize. Just imagine you grab Localizer, put in your scene in your asset folder, and you have your UI. So what you need to do to localize that? First of all, you will find here two menus. One is Localizer menu, which we will put it here. Let's close it first because it's mostly for export. And the second one, it's tool scripts, which is do um, like auto assigning localizer script. Okay, so come back to our message box. So we do select panel, and what we need to do, we have to go to Localizer, setup selected, done. So from this moment you have your message box which localized. Why? Because this script add to every object localizer script. Okay, and localizer script will keep settings for components on this node, every node, for uh, for every language which you have. So as you can see now, there is no changes. So we change language, and there is no changes, just because we just added, and localizer just copy uh, uh, copy data from the current situation and make it and duplicate it for all languages. Uh, but as I said, it's already localized. For example, if we go to OK button, now it's English, and we jump to the Spanish. We could make it like some Spanish. Okay, and if we change language back to English, it will OK, and then Spanish back. So as I said, this script just remember all settings which you can change in rect transform, text, image, and audio source, and every time when you change language, it will apply whatever stored for this particular language. So plus, for example, if but it will not change only text, it will change dimensions as well. For example, in the English, this button may be a little bit big, so we'll make it smaller. But for the Spanish, it looks good. Let's do the same for the cancel. Cancel. I don't know how to Spanish, so we just make it like Spanish, like this way. Okay. And if we come back to the English, don't need so big option. We'll just grab text, no problem. I'll make it smaller. Okay, so the same dialog for different language now looks different. So plus it will remember, for example, settings from text component. So for example, we would like to change font to like 16 and make it let's say bold. Okay, let's do the same for the OK button. 16 bold. If you come back to Spanish, voila. So let's come back to the beginning. So you have your dialog, you apply your localizer script on it, and done. Strings will automatically generated for you from the text. So if you if you will ask me how this string stored, I will tell you that the strings key taken from original text which was inside this button. Okay, so as you can see, we have OK button here. Let me show you one more thing. So let's say OK English. Okay, so so we have key is OK, which is the original one, and then we just change the text here, and it's now just string for English. If you change to the Spanish, it will be text for the Spanish here. So little bit later I will show you how to work with the strings to export and some tricks with the strings, but let me continue with the rest of the components here. So in other components here, this icon, so we want this icon to be localized. It's already localized because it has localizer on it. So if you select sprite and choose some check mark here, so we see the Spanish here. Okay, so we go back to the English, and we want some other icon here on the English, so we will choose like circle. Okay, this is it. Okay, so for small strings like this, it's quite simple just to change text directly from component here. Okay, but what we can do with the message, it's supposed to be big, right? So let's let's have a look here. So the key of this string is a message. So we could change message here, like English. Okay, we can do something here. But sometimes the strings is big and you don't want to work with this. So now I will show you how to work with export to Excel sheet and In this way you will be able to take your texts and give to someone to translate. So now it's time to have a look to localizer window, at localizer window. So localizer window have two language selection here. One is default, another one is current. Current, it is just language which you work on it right now. Okay. And default is the language which you will get once you install your application first time. So if you select English, it will be English. If like Spanish, it will be Spanish. Then what you will see here, this is the languages, like control area. I will show a little bit later. And then you will find here export and import buttons. And plus you will find your strings here as well. This area much more bigger and more easier to do copy paste from your source. Yeah, by the way, let me show you very quick some helpers. These strings here, like like filtering by selection in your objects tree. So for example, if you do select the panel, you will see all strings which under the panel, so this OK text, message text and cancel text. And if you click OK button, it will show you only OK button here. If you click cancel, it will be cancel. Again, if you click on the panel, you will see all messages here. If you remove selection, it will show you all strings which is in a string collection here. Okay, let me do export. After we did export, okay, did this export? No. Yeah. Yes. Okay. You will find all your strings which is in project in this Excel sheet where you can change something, like let's say the cancel button we want to change English. Okay, you just save it and do re-import. And as you remember, we put English here. Okay. Oh, it's small block, I will fix it. Ah, no, it's not back, it's size. Okay. So in this way, you grab your strings, give to someone to translate and take it back, do re-import and everyone happy. Yes, and actually I forgot to show you one more feature here. It's audio. So for example, we want to play some audio on OK button. So to do that, we will create some audio components really fast. We will apply some audio, and as I said before, just to do localize this, you just need to add components, which is localizer. Okay. From this moment, it's already localized. So now we have to choose another audio here. So we will choose hello Spanish. Okay. Again, I will show again. So we change language. It's change this value. Okay. Now we will connect this button, OK button. Okay. actually this is it. So now if you play,
Hello.
okay, so now we have English as current language. So we heard hello.
Hello.
Now we will change to Spanish.
Hola. Hola.
Okay, so the first part of the video done. So, and we will make small summarize. So what you need to do localization with Localizer is just have your UI ready, and you go to your tools and call this script which add localizer to all components here. But actually it's not exactly this way. You actually could add localizer by your own one by one, but this is just help, and you just add localizer whatever components you want to localize, and it's done. What you do next is just select the language and change what you want in this particular language. Come back to the strings. If you want to change the strings, you might change here, you might change here, or you could do export, give to someone to translate, and re-import back. This is it. Okay. So now this is the second part of the video. I will show you how to add language. I will show you scripting and few hints. But uh, first, I will show you what is inside the folder. In the localizer, you will find demo folder, which contain those two demo scenes. So demo 2, this is what we just modified, and the first demo is just hint demo scene, which is already set up scene, two audios, and some script, which I will use it right now to explain how to do scripting. Then we have editor scripts and resource folder, which contains string container, and script folder, which has localizer script, which is a localizer component script, and then we have localizer resource, which is um, resource class. And this file is very important. This is localizer language enum. This is a really important file which you should not change manually. This script is auto-generated from editor. So as you can see, you have Spanish and English language here, and exactly the same here. And this is because this exactly is the same. So if we want to add some language, let's say German, okay? As you can see, the German added here automatically. Once you add it from editor UI, and it will cause recompilation of your scripts. And this is actually a good part, because in your code you can use this enum for yourself. Okay, and actually right now I just show you how to add some new language, and then I will show you how to delete language. So you have to click it here, and you can delete language. So again, this file is really important. Please do not modify it by yourself. So it belongs to this asset for to localizer. It will do changes for you. Uh, the next part is this is this window, which is your string window. So over here you can see search by key. So this is just helper for you. So if you want to select your strings, so let's say only buttons. So you will see only buttons here. Plus, I just remind you, you have a filter here. So if you select some panels, okay, it will do like extra filtering to you accordingly to this selection. And there is a few flags here, not translated, and wall word only. Plus, we have some few more helpers, so some collapse here and expand. Just help you just to work only English or Spanish, just simply like this. Okay, so now I just show you how to add language and remove language. And the last thing which I want to show you in this video is scripting. So you want grab some string from localizer from code, okay, and now it's time to show you this script. This is Localizer Demo object, which I use in Localizer Demo, and it's very simple. It's use localizer resource get string function to get string with the key from code, okay. And the beauty of this asset that this key no need to declare anywhere. So you should not keep in your mind what is the key you have to use, because this key which you put here will be used automatically. So I will show you right now what we have now key from code in our string library. Okay, so we don't need to save. We go back to this first demo scene, uh, which is ready to use and just to explore. And this string from Localizer Demo will fill this text, because this text has this Localizer Demo object script on it, okay, and this text will be replaced. But as you could remember, we have no code, we have no string with this key in our library. So if we run this scene, you will see the strings comes here, okay. So it generates the strings accordingly to your request. So if you request this string, you will have this key. If you make a key 2, it will create the second key for you. So this is very important, because you will not like jumping to some editor and keep in mind what's the key you have. So you just ask the strings from the library, and some guy who do translation for you will just take those key and translate for you. Yes, that's easy. And there is two more functions here. It's language language switch in the game. So let me run this scene. Okay, this is two buttons. Do language change in this way. Oh yeah, actually I forgot to show you one more thing here. This localizer works like in runtime. So right now we're in the Spanish, right? So we can change the strings here, and it will come to the game directly. So it's easy for you to tune your text, or if it's fit or not done fit and you want to change something on fly, it will do for you. Yeah, think I think yeah, I think I show everything what you will get from this localizer asset, and hopefully you will enjoy it, and give me some feedback, and see you later. Thank you.